Good morning or good evening YouTube, I'm back here with another video, and today is going to be a poison tier list, and this time we're trying to do it in another format. I've actually pre-put in these heroes here before I recorded this video, and yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you think this format is better than the traditional tier list that we're using, where we just rank them by like S+, S and A and B tier. For this one here, I tried to make some horizontal tier list also, so that we can put in like PvE, PvP, and then I just added Liuli. At first, I actually tried to do a lot of other stuff like Faction Abyss, Mark, Tower of Mark, but I quickly realized that that was gonna be very messy to look at. You can already see now it probably looks a bit messy, but let's go through it anyway. So first of all here, I tried to put in the heroes in the categories that I think they are fitting in. So for example, PvE overall, if we are looking here at the left side, looking here, you can see that we have the S tier, the A tier, the B tier, and the don't bother tier. Now the don't bother category, you can still use these heroes here for Faction Abyss and Tower of Mark, but you should not really put any resources into them, and you should definitely not like think that they will help you in any of these other areas. Okay, also just notice that I'm doing it by exclusive 3 or more, so I'm kind of basing it on when the hero is like a potential of full power, right? So basically here, PvE ranking list, I would say that we have Hate, Chiyu and Giselle at the S tier for PvE. Now Giselle has actually been dropped a lot in quality. She's actually worse than Hate now. I would prefer using Hate in any PvE content over Giselle, but she's still a limited hero, and also she does have an AoE stun and a lot of good stuff going on, and you can definitely use her maybe together with Hate actually in like dungeon farming and the Purgatory, Planar Rift, whatever. She's a very good hero, and for PvE, especially early content and mid content, she's definitely still S tier. The thing is with PvE is that even if a hero gets power crept, right, the hero, if it used to be S tier in some category, it might still be, but for future content when we need even stronger heroes, Giselle would have to move down to A tier maybe. But at the moment she's S tier. Chiyu also S tier because she has the HP deduction recording thing, and she just works for PvE. She's fantastic. And Hate is just one of the best heroes, if not the best non-limited hero we have at the moment. A complete carry hero at exclusive 3. Now for the A tier, we have Durga, Sheena, Kalana and Kadrian, and they are A tier, which is still very good. It's like having the second best grade in school, and it's a very good place to be at, to be honest, in PvE, and these heroes will be very helpful and useful for you. But you should not put your Dragon Eyes into them if you have better options. But they are very good, and especially Durga we will talk about in just a second. So then go to the B tier. Here we have Nita, Imakato, Willa, Pani, what's his name? The dwarf guy, I forgot his name, and Magni, right? And then we have Melo and Freud. Those are B tier and are old heroes now. You should not put any resources into them. If you get copies of them, fine, but don't think that they can carry you anywhere. Imakato is very important still though for Purgatory. You need his severe wound debuff probably to do the state 60, so Imakato is still very good. But I did not rank him higher because he's very niche, and it's like you just need him one place, right? So he can't be S tier just because of one place. He needs to be useful in other areas as well, right? And the don't bother category are old heroes, just forget about them. Now for the PvP overall tier here, I actually have Hate again, obviously, and Durga. Durga is very interesting here. She just climbed up these last 2 weeks, something like that. Especially after we got Amphitrite here. Durga is now used in the classic arena meta actually, as of this recording here of 2nd of July. She is in the classic 5-man hero team, which is crazy. And why is she in the team? There's two things. She does a lot of counter attack. She actually puts a buff with counter attack on from the beginning of the battle, so Everyone starts with counterattack buff, which is great in this meta here. And also she applies a lot of CC. She actually does AoE stun and AoE silence effect. And at the moment, as I said, current here of 2nd of July, most heroes in the current 5-man meta are not CC immune. So actually they can be CC'd, which is why Durga all of a sudden just managed to go in and do some havoc. At the moment she's S tier actually for PvP, because you can use her everywhere in PvP. But I feel like she might go, well, she will be dropping down very soon to A tier, B tier, but it is what it is. Right now she's S tier. If you have 3 Dragon Knight, put it into her and try to win Classic Arena. She's that good. And then we have the A tier, and we got Sheena, Kalana, and Chiyu, Kadrian, and Giselle. Those guys are used in the 5 versus 5 meta team for the CC team, and Chiyu is used in the attribute steal team, sometimes together with Kalana, and they are very good for that, but they are not really used in 3 versus 3 or Classic Arena, so I can only put them in A tier. And the rest is just don't bother with any of these heroes here. They don't work. Maybe they work in early game for the first few weeks, but after that there's no point in using these in the PvP. And then for the final bracket here is going to be the Liuli 7. You can also apply these recommendations here for Liuli 6 and maybe even 5, but these are just taking like consideration into the complete endgame that we have at the moment, the daily content that we have to do. And here there are 5 heroes obviously that are in the S tier category. And that's because it's those 5 heroes that we use in that poison boss at the moment. So they are the S tier heroes. If you have these heroes, you put your resources into them and you rank higher, get more rewards, etc. It's very nice, right? We have Hades, Chiyu, Durga, Sheena, and Kadrian. These 5 guys are the best teams that you can use in the Poison Liuli at the moment for Poison 7. Now, if you don't have a Giselle, or I mean, if you don't have a Hades or you have a Kadrian or whatever, Giselle is the next best damage dealer for that boss, but she's at A tier now because she actually dropped down. So Kadrian actually does more damage on the boss than Giselle does. So we can't really put Giselle in S tier for Liuli when we have a Kadrian who does more damage, and Hades is doing bar fire much more damage. Kalana lost her space actually to Durga, so Kalana is A tier there now. Now for B tier, I've just put 3 mentions here, and that's Willer, Magdi, and Melo. And the thing is that these 3 heroes here are support heroes that will work early on, especially for like stage 4, 5, and sometimes 6, just an early entry. Until you get the other support heroes like Kalana and Sheena, then you can use those 3 heroes here, but don't put your Dragon Eyes into them. And the rest is just the remaining heroes. I realized that it would be like the rest of the images, so it didn't really matter. But basically don't bother with them because they're not that great, okay? They're not that great, and you don't need to use them for Liuli. I hope you like this format, guys. This one took a lot longer time than the other tier maker list actually. So I think because this one was much more manual, I had to do all of this here in Canva. But yeah, I don't know. If you like this, maybe I'll do it for more like factions or tags. But if you don't, then I'll just go back to the other tier list. And yeah, well, that is how it will be. Have a nice day, guys. Cheers, bye, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate it a lot. Cheers, bye.